Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my personal statement that I submitted for my dental hygiene program that I got into, and I'm also going to be giving you my tips and tricks on how to make a really great personal statement. Now this could be for dental hygiene school, but it could also be for any college program that you want to get into. So definitely keep watching for that, and before you do, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, you don't want to miss a video with me. Let's go ahead and get into it now. Okay guys, so this is kind of like vulnerable time for me. I debated on whether I wanted to share this or not, but I do think that it might give you a good idea and kind of inspiration on writing your own personal statement. And I do feel that I'm a decent writer, so I felt that maybe if you wanted to take advice from me, you would want to hear my personal statement so that I'm not just giving you advice, you know, whimsically or anything like that. So I'm gonna start out by reading my entire personal statement. We'll just go ahead and start right now. I just titled it personal statement. I didn't want to think about it too much. Majority of children feel out of their comfort zone during their initial visit to a dental office. All of the pointy instruments and people with strange outfits and masks on could understandably make a child not feel at ease. I, however, was fortunate enough to have attended a dentist office that made my dental experience fun and comfortable. From the video games in the waiting room to Disney Channel on the television in front of me, I loved every minute of it. I paid close attention to what the hygienist did to my teeth and made sure to mimic that at home every morning and night. Because of these experiences, I was never afraid to go to the dentist and was actually very interested in teeth and dental hygiene in general. I eventually became very conscious of cleaning my teeth after every meal, and as a result, I have never had a cavity. As I became older, that interest didn't fade away with my childhood, it grew stronger. As I was faced with the challenge of deciding what I would pursue as my lifelong career, my mind immediately moved to the dental field. As soon as I was absolutely sure that dental hygiene was the perfect career for me, I went out and obtained a job in that field. While I was mostly positive that I wanted to become a dental hygienist, I also wanted to make sure that it was an environment that I would want to be in every day for the rest of my life. I began working at, I put the office's name there, as a patient care coordinator. Working in that dental office for over a year not only taught me much more about being a hygienist, but it solidified that this is my calling and my passion. I was able to observe the daily tasks that a dental office needed to achieve each day. I gained first-hand advice from the hygienist, dentist, and the practice administrator. I created relationships with the patients, and I now appreciate the role of a dental hygienist much more than I knew possible. Being at this office, I was able to see all of the ways that hygienists are desperately needed in the dental field and just how much of an impact they can have on someone's life. It was truly inspiring to watch perio patients come back for each appointment, each time seeming more excited than the last to finally get their oral health under control. It's not only being able to help the patient to have great oral and overall health that appeals to me, but also to build a relationship with a patient and let them know that I'm here for them and determined to make sure that I will provide the very best possible care for them. I truly believe that I possess the traits necessary to be a dental hygienist. I'm very personable, detail-oriented, and I have the ability to make people comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I want the patient's experience to be a pleasant one, something that they look forward to every 6 months. In addition to that, I'm a natural-born leader and I love the opportunity to work with others. I was captain of my cheerleading team from the time that I was in 5th grade until I was a senior in high school. Also in high school, I was president of peer mediation. Because of my background in peer mediation, I have very good communication skills and know how to maintain a positive environment. I'm an extremely dedicated individual, always seeing everything I do through to the end, and always striving to do my absolute best. Finally, I am passionate. I believe passion is something that is required of a great hygienist, and I am certainly passionate about making this my lifelong career. Due to my absolute resolve and determination to be a great hygienist, I have almost completed all of the prerequisites necessary for the Bachelor's of Dental Hygiene program at my college that I want to go to. My dream is not only to work in the dental office, but to be able to use my skills for charity work. I would love to help children in impoverished areas learn about the importance of oral hygiene. I would also love to volunteer my time to provide complimentary procedures to improve the lives of those who can't afford to maintain their oral health. Above all, after achieving several years of experience in a dental office, I would eventually love to become a college professor and teach dental hygiene. I believe it would be rewarding to be able to share my passion with young students and mold them into the future of dental hygiene. I'm very excited to begin the first steps of my lifelong career, and I surely hope that it will be at the college that I got into. Okay, so all of that was about a page and a quarter, and I kind of just wanted to go over how I think that you should structure your personal statement. I wanted to start out kind of like framing what drove my passion for dental hygiene, right? So whatever you're writing about, you kind of want to like start out just framing it, kind of like introducing it. You can't just be like, oh, I want to be a dental hygienist because this and this, right? Or whatever you want to be if this isn't, dental hygiene isn't exactly what you want to do. The best way to start out is to kind of introduce how you were introduced to the dental field. Now, was it as a child like me? Did you enjoy it? Or was it as a child because you hated it and you want people to have a better experience than you had when you were younger? Is it you never were able to go to the dentist when you were younger, so then once you were older you realized how important it was, so you talk about a little bit about how you never went to the dentist and it was a new experience for you. You kind of want to frame it and kind of just introduce it like that. I introduced it because I had been in a dental office when I was younger and I loved it. I talked about how exciting it was and kind of where that passion grew from. So after I explained where that passion kind of grew from, then I talked about why I think that it's for me. So whenever you kind of initially start like, this is how I kind of got into liking this, then you need to kind of explain the like research that you did, or the skills and qualities that you think a dental hygienist has that you also have, and why you think that you will be successful. Now, you're trying to compete with other people for a limited amount of spots, right? So your personal statement does need to stand out in where you are going to tell them, I'm going to be successful in your program. Tell them what characteristics and qualities you think that dental hygienists need to have to be successful, and you need to defend yourself and explain that you have these qualities and you're going to be good in this program because X, Y, and Z. So you want to, this is the time to kind of brag about yourself, give yourself a little bit of like, hey, this is why I belong in your program. Don't be scared to be like, I'm a great communicator, I'm a hard worker. This is the time that they need to see exactly who you are and exactly why you need to be in their program, and you need to make it very clear that you're going to be great, you're going to be successful, you are going to like do the best that you possibly can in this career path because X, Y, and Z. And then I think that you should also talk a little bit about what you're going to do with that degree. Now, are you just gonna go into an office? Like, talk about what you're gonna do. Like, say the reason why I want to do this is to help others. Why do you want to do it? How I would recommend structuring this is, in the beginning, talk about how dental hygiene or whatever you're writing a personal statement for piqued your interest, your kind of like basic minimal experience with it, how it all kind of started, what you think the traits are necessary to be, like what you think you need to be a dental hygienist or whatever, and then talk about exactly why you will be successful in their program, and then talk about your future endeavors, what you want to do in the future. Do you want to do mission trips, like medical mission trips to help people out with their oral health? Do you want to help people in your community have access to more oral health? Or do you want to be a teacher? Or do you want to work in corporate? Or what is your overall goal, and why is that goal so important to you to justify why you need to be in their program? You have to remember, this is not the time to not brag on yourself. Brag on yourself over and over again, and then just come up with a really good conclusion, just kind of reiterating, I know what this is what I want to do and why I want to do it. So that is my advice on personal statements. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope me reading my personal statement was helpful for you. I went back and forth with the decision on whether or not to do that, but hopefully it was insightful and interesting and helpful for anyone who is trying to get their personal statement together to get into their program and start their dream career. That is some good advice, I think, for any program that you're trying to get into. Just to kind of frame it that way. Don't just put a bunch of points down there. Kind of try to like frame it and make it pretty and easy to read, as a matter of fact, as to why you need to be in that program. You don't want to leave any questions. You don't want them to finish reading it and be like, does she really know what she's getting into? Does she really want this? You need to make it perfectly clear. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe because there will be so many more videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.